Hi everyone again, this is Mr. Shank for Accounting 1B. We're in Chapter 7 now, and we're getting ready to start this one. This is one on financial statements for a business, which is a very, very important key chapter. So it keys on to those financial reports that we need to do. And so we're going to do 7-1 working together. And I'm logged into Applia. So we're going to work on these financial statements. And I'm going to scroll down to, this is a short chapter, but we're doing chapter 7-1, working together and on your own. So this is loading now in Applia. Hopefully you're logged in. And you get in there, and here's the sheet we're going to work on. In the textbook, it's on page 186. It says there's a partial worksheet for Darlene's delivery service for the month ended July 31st of the current year. Also giving the a blank form for completing an income statement. I'm going to guide you through the following examples. So prepare the income statement for the month ended July 31st of the current year. Calculate and record the component percentage for the total expenses and net income, and round the percentage calculations to the nearest 0.1%. So we're going to do an income statement. This is one of the financial statements, and it's important to the stakeholders of a business. And a stakeholder of business would be like the owner, would like to know where they're at and what they're doing. And he might or she might take that to a bank or possible investors to see what's going on. I'm going to put the name of the company, which is Darlene's Delivery Service, and we're doing an income statement, so that's a financial statement, and it's for the month ended July 31st of the current year. Okay, so it's for a month because it's our one physical cycle. This one we want to make sure it's very formal and neat, so we're going to put a title called Revenue here. Then let me load up my sheet here so you can see this. This is the partial worksheet the instructions was talking about. And I'll slide that over so we can see that still. Let me stretch this out. Okay, there we go. You can see both of them together. So this first one I'm going to put looks like sales because I'm going from the income statement debit and credit column, which we learned from the previous chapter, and we're going to pull the information off this partial worksheet. We're going to make sure it's neat and clean because we want to make it easy for the stakeholder to read like an owner to see how it's going. In this case, it's $511 on there. Looks like there's only one revenue account, so we'll just list that. Notice there's a column that says percent of sales. Well, sales divided by sales is 100%. So I know that's going to be 100%. And then I'm going to put a title called expenses so they can actually see that, and then list all of my expenses here. Advertising expense, insurance expense, miscellaneous expense, and supplies expense. Okay, and I'm going to put the numbers on the inside column here. These are not a debit and credit columns like you've been used to seeing. This is just columns, so it's easier to organize your information and do that. So I'm just typing in the dollar amounts here. So $821 for advertising expense, $300 for insurance expense, and $347 for miscellaneous expense, and supplies of $713. And then I'm going to total this column. Notice it puts a single line. That means that you added the numbers above it. And if I did this quickly, or I can go to this worksheet and see the totals already there of $2,181. Okay, and then also I can see that my net income is also there, see, on my worksheet. So $3,330 is my net income. And it double rules it, so it looks nice and neat. They mean things to accountants. But basically I took the 5,511 minus the 2,181. It gives me a net income of 3,330. So now I'm ready to calculate the component percentage for this part here. And what I do is I'm going to bring my calculator out so I can show you how to do the math. And basically what I do is take the 2,181, I'm going to divide that by the cells of 5,511, and that gives me a number of 0.3957. If I multiplied that by 100, that'd really be 39.6, right? If I round it up for total expenses. And then I'm going to do the same thing for net income. I'm going to take the 3,330, divide it by 5,511, and if I multiplied it by 100, that gives me a number of 60.4, so that's to the 0.1%. So what do those numbers mean? If I was a stakeholder and I saw this income statement, I would look at it, and so for every dollar sold, for every sell I make, I'm going to keep 60 cents in the business. For every dollar I sell, it's going to cost me about 40 cents to run this business. So I can see that just at a glance instantly, and I can interpret what it means. So if I'm keeping 60% of my sales, that's a dang good return on my investment into this business as an owner. So I'm actually doing pretty good, and that would make me pretty happy. But anyway, that finishes off 7-1 working together. We'll let you work on your own and doing a financial statement, and it's going to be an income statement. And then you should be able to do application 7-1. So good luck, and we'll see you, and kind of cool stuff.